Hello, Jude here with McLaren Boston on this chilly Massachusetts morning with a thorough video overview of this Ferrari Portofino in beautiful Verde British Racing paint, beige tradizione interior, oro opaco wheels. Some really good options on this car, and I'll go over them in detail. But more than anything, this is to make sure that you have a really good idea of the condition of the car, how it looks, and kind of a bit better, more thorough look than our super professional and polished photos on the website. So we're gonna take a look at the exterior, we're gonna take a look at the interior, we're gonna look up close and afar. We'll start it up, play with some of the electronics, open and close the roof, even though it is cold today. And I'll mention this at the end of the video, but if you do want a closer look at anything in particular, maybe I missed something, maybe there's something you're curious about, please let me know. I'm more than happy to send you more photos, more videos. So first off, on the exterior, the car has full paint protection all over. Every painted surface is covered by PPF, paint protection film. So it's good to see that the previous owner cared about this car that much, that they invested. Usually it costs about $10,000 to have decent film put on. And what it's there for is just to protect the beautiful Ferrari paint underneath. I do want to point out the PPF is doing its job. So there are a couple parts. There's two bubbles here. There's one here and one here right on the nose that you can see. There's some small nicks in the PPF here, there. I noticed a couple on the hood. So that is in the paint film. What I'd recommend doing is waiting for it to get really chipped up and rashed up to the point where you'd want a replacement. And that's the idea, is the paint protection film gets all the abuse, take off the film, put new film on, and the paint is protected the whole time. So that's good. Let's take a look at the wheels. These are the optional painted wheels. Beautiful gold color, oro opaco, as the Italians say. The car is on Pirellis all around. The RP0, so it's a summer tire, but it's not a track tire. It's not a Corsa. It's a really good street tire. Let's look at that one there. Take a look on this side for the rear passenger wheel. And she's a little bit damp because I just had the boys in the shop give her a quick detail just so we can get a clear look at everything. Looks really, really good. The car does have window tint in addition to the paint protection film. I always try to give a good look at the windscreen, even though reflections are a little bit tough. Here there's a tiny nick. Not enough to be concerned about. Here, that was just water. Let's look at the roof. Very glossy, very reflective. The back window's got tint as well. And then back here, we're gonna open the trunk with the key. I want you to see the personalization specification plaque. So every modern Ferrari, starting with the Cali T, has a full list of every option with the codes. The serial number is the chassis code, so that's the last 6 digits of the VIN. You can see the exterior is extra range because Verde British Racing is an additional cost. It's a Ferrari historical color. Here we've got the windscreen that clicks into place in the back seat. Cuts down a lot of the buffeting. And then here's a nice kind coffee table book for the Portofino. I can't really slide it out with one hand, but it's there. And then of course this is the tray that you pop up and down that allows the roof mechanism to fold in here. So if you're going to keep the roof closed and you want to use the trunk, that's how you get more space. And then if you want to open the roof, drop this down, cuts down on your trunk space, but that's what allows the roof to fold into place there. Good looking car. Let's take a peek inside. Here's the interior. What Ferrari's done really, really well in recent years is they've really stepped up their game with interior quality. In the old days, it was just a beautiful high performance car that drove amazingly, but the interiors were kind of just pieced together, if that makes sense. But now, all the leather is the best quality that you can ask for. The touch points are all so good, all the switches, all the buttons, everything feels solid, and it doesn't just drive like a high performance Italian car, it also feels like a luxury car, which is really nice at this price point. So some important stuff is the car does have the optional JBL audio system. It's got the full electric seats that are heated. It's got the square pattern on the seats, so that's how you get that quilted look. Let me jump in here and go to wide view on my camera. There we go. Let's take a close look at the dashboard leather, which all looks great too. Headliner's good. Overall, some pieces have a little bit of patina, as you'd expect with actual real leather. But there's no damage, there's no unusual wear and tear. It really is a very, very nice car in exceptional condition. But let's go ahead and start her up. I'm going to hold my foot on the brake pedal. The smart key's in my pocket, so I can hold this engine start button down. There we go. It's angry because I'm not buckled in. The check engine light will be on for a few seconds while the car runs through its diagnostics. Let me turn that down. And once everything checks out and the computer, there you go, shuts off the check engine light, and that's how you know you're good to go. There's your exact odometer reading, at least at the time of recording. We will have to top up the fuel tank and also put the car through a final check and drive before we let it go. But that's just part of our process. So it might have a couple more miles by the time you get it. Big touchscreen here in the middle. This car does have the optional Apple CarPlay, which I can't show you because I'm using my phone to make this video. But here in the center armrest, you see that little CarPlay logo. So you plug in your iPhone with that USB cable, and it'll project your CarPlay on this display. That's how you can get your Spotify, your Apple Music, your podcast, Google Maps, Waze, Apple Maps, whatever it is that you use. The built-in system is pretty good though. And then you can use either the physical buttons or the touchscreen to navigate. So if I wanted to go home, I can do that. If I wanted to go to radio, I can do that. The car does have Sirius XM. It's on the trial now, so if you wanted to activate it with your own account, you can. But that's what that is. If I want to go to climate, you can do that there and just have like quick controls over the temperature. Or you can go home and go to comfort, and from here it gives you the full climate display. Or let me go back, you can go to seats, and here there's thermal comfort. So right now my heated seat is on. The passenger can put their heated seat on as well, which is really nice. But then you can also do seat adjustment, and because these are the full electric seats, you can see all the different parts of the seat that you can adjust. So thigh support, thigh bolstering, backrest bolstering, lumbar support as well. So lots of controls. So then you can just do this to do it, and you can see it moving there. So that's very good. The car does have memory as well for the driver, and that's there, memory 1, 2, and 3. So that's a look at this. And you know, we can go pretty in depth with that, but that's a basic rundown of what you can do on that screen. Another thing that you can do on that screen is view the backup camera and parking sensors. So it does have parking sensors all around. This gives you a very nice clear view out the back, but then as you get close to stuff, forwards and backwards, it's picking up some of those leaf piles back there. It'll warn you there as well, which is very nice. It's very upset that I am not buckled in, but oh well. You can switch through automatic and manual mode for the transmission, and then PS is power start, which is fantastic. I can't show you that today. Let me pull the paddles to go back into neutral. There we go. Cool. Let's open the roof. So your window switches are here for your side windows, and then that controls, actually it's kind of neat because you have this window there, and that's how you get a pillarless look with the doors closed. Very neat. Okay. And then you can also open the roof using this. So I'm gonna go to wide view, and I'm just gonna hold that down, and then off it goes. And because it knows that that tray in the trunk is in the lower position, it can safely open the roof, fold it down, and open the car to the sky. It'll automatically close the windows, or you can just open them like this and get the full experience. So let's step out now with the windows open and the roof down so we can get this look at the car. It's beeping at me angrily because the smart key's in my pocket and the car's running, and so it doesn't want you to walk away with the car switched on. Very good. Isn't that such a cool view? It's so great. With the roof closed and folded into the trunk, you get this body color piece here. It does have a very thick piece of plastic on it that the roof makes contact with, and that's what protects the paint here on this body panel piece. Take a look under the hood, because as beautiful as the car is, with Ferrari, what you're really paying for is in here. There it is. It's Ferrari's twin turbo V8 engine. They put a version in this in just about everything, from the 488 to the Pista to the F8, and of course the Portofino. In this car it makes 600 CV, which is European horsepower. In American units, I think that's 591 American horsepower. And then here you have Verde British Racing and the official Ferrari PPG sticker. Let's go ahead and close that. So yeah, I hope that gives you a really good look at the car. There we go again with the beeping. Like I said at the top of the video, if you have any questions or you'd like a closer look at anything in particular, please do let me know. My whole mission is to make sure that there are zero surprises when the car arrives in your driveway. My specialty is doing this business completely remotely. So I want to make sure that you are very happy when you receive your Ferrari. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.